to remove the mower deck, which will enable you to change out the belt, the blades. Remove that pin there, that pin there, that pin there, that pin there, and that pin there. I'll show you how easy the pins are to remove. You can do it by hand or you can use a tool. Just basically slide it like that. The one on the front also has a washer to keep track of. Then the final step is just to push the belt off of the pulleys in the front there. The deck all the way to remove all the pins off of it. Raise the handle up, and that'll allow you to slide it out from under the mower. I think it's easier to slide it out on the passenger side. If you're gonna do the belt, good idea to kind of look at the orientation and the way the belt feeds around everything, and get these levers in the way, that sort of thing. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to hose this thing down and get it all cleaned up. And then you need a way to get up underneath the mower. So you can jack it up, or lay down, slide under there, or just pick it up and tip it over. It only weighs a couple 100 pounds, so it's not that much. So just pick it up and tump it over. So when you tip it over, you can see and hear everything that you need to clean out. I generally will hose out all that grass and dirt buildup. If you're needing to change your drive belt, this is the belt that powers the mower when you're driving back and forth, not the belt that spins the blades. You just basically got to fish it out of here. It's quite a wrestling match to get it out. I find they generally last about 2 seasons, 2 years, and then I got to change them. I did this one last year, so I'm not going to do it, but like I said, it's quite a wrestling match to get it out. You've got to unbolt this to fish it out of there. Probably want to tip it over the other way if you're changing the belt. I tipped it over this way because I need to get in here and try to fix the gear shifter. Through the magic of cinematography, boom, it's clean. Just grab it. If you need to tip it over the opposite direction, same thing. Piece just slides out. It's not in your way when you're tipping it over. If you're going to change out the drive belt, you need to unbolt this. Looks like it's about a 5/8 to a 3/4 socket there. Just loosen that out. That bar will come up and that'll allow you to slide the belt over it. There's a little lock here. And then there's this electrical connector you can disconnect and drop down as well to get it out of the way. And just remember to put it back together. That is the electrical connector I'm talking about. Like I said, it's quite a wrestling match to get that belt out. mean, I don't need to do it this season, so I'm good, but just take your time and be ready for a lot of wrestling with it. So you just need something to hold the blade while you turn. Bolts here. There's that washer, you don't want to lose that. And the blades just lift off. Now you can sharpen the blade, take all these dings out, and put it back on after you balance it, or you can put a new blade on. So I was right, I just have blades I've sharpened. So you gotta look at them because they have a grass side stamp on them. Obviously that's the side you want to put downward. Just repeat the process for the other side. I'll remove the hood just so you can see more clearly. Air filter. It's right here. And you can just hose this off. I usually keep at least two so I can have one drying and a clean one in here. So I'll go hose this one off, let it dry, and I'll put a new one in. It was previously used and washed. So you just slide that foam outer filter back over it, and then it just kind of pops in like that. Put it back on and put it down. I got gap to 41 thousandths. In the owner's manual. So to change the oil, you just open up this cap. And just let it drain. Just like on a car, it'll usually go a little quicker if you open up the fill plug. Once the oil is finished draining, if you have a filter, go ahead and change it. Not all of these do. Some of them it's just a solid metal piece over here, so you don't want to unscrew that if you don't have an actual filter on here. Put a little clean motor oil on the gasket before you start. Just spin the new one on. Generally, you just want to kind of get it just hand tight enough that it's not going to leak. You may have to check it. Been doing this long enough that I typically get it right the first try. Not changing the fuel filter today, but if you needed to, you basically just use pliers to pinch these clips, slide them back, and then just kind of wiggle the fuel lines off. Now if you can, you want to pinch the fuel line off. If not, you want to get them pointing up because fuel will leak. So if, like now I have the oil pan under here, if I was doing it, fuel would leak in there, and that would be okay. And then just put your new fuel filter on, squeeze the hoses over the ends, and then slide those clips back into place. And then to fill the oil, it's just right there. It uses straight 30 weight oil. So installation is just the reverse of removal. You just get the deck back under here.